even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve of these. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment I could provide you with just off of writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher. I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me and tell me you love me and tell me you love me and don't let me go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Music City. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, and Nissan Stadium on the shores of the Cumberland River. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans. Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter Ethan Evans to get this started. Off we go from Nashville. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Ready.
First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll go back to Pollard on first down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Penn State. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hey, movement. Ready.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket on the defensive side of the field. Now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
70 Rangers, 70 Lions, Dragon 60. Riggs.
They snap it to Ward. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Quick throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On second down, here's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Hey, give me radar.
On first and 10, Stafford. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup good for 29 yards.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
To the air again, Stafford. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. Tyler Higbee was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Ready. 59. 42.
Throwing again is Stafford. On the run to the right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
So anytime the quarterback leaves the pocket, immediately all the receivers, Mike, have to go scramble drill. Continue to work open, separate, give your quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. But give credit to the defense. They plaster on all the eligible receivers, and he has to just throw this one away.
He's got his big tight end, Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Los Angeles. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Jim Radike now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready. Ready. Cowboy 280. Go.
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
At the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Here we go. 18. Ready.
They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 10 yards.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We're back in Music City after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it. Ready? Reno. Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check. Check. Hut, hut.
To the right side they go, and here comes Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
At the line of scrimmage.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. That is brought in. And he will score. Alvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. And for Cam Ward, the first overall selection in April, career touchdown pass number 1. A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Big 20. 53. Ready.
Stafford working from the pistol. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. That is the Pro Bowler, Jeffrey Simmons. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
280. 70. 0. Easy alert. 20.
To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
It's now 3rd down.
21. Hey, 22. 20 hot.
Back to throw. Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, L.A.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Rams.
Here's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Like 7. Double right.
Again, it's Stafford. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jermaine Johnson. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Steady! Steady!
They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go, here we go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Dragon, 60! 19 tight, 19 tight! Ready, ready?
Out of the gun, Ward. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great.
And he's into the end zone. Jordan Whittington. Touchdown, Rams. That his second TD catch of the season. The kicking team on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, it's Jim DK. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Now, first down throw for Ward. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
From the gun, here's Ward. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw is Ward. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing again is Ward. Quick throw taken in. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
Hold it ready.
It is 2nd and 6.
60. Come on, come on. Set. 70 Lions. Hey. 79 Broncos.
Again, it's Ward. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And it's a big return. It's finally tackled right near midfield.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Double right. Lady.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
Lady.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
They put Adams in motion.
180.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a set. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line.
Set. 59.
That's quickly out to Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Once again, it's Corum. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That is a big gainer for the Rams. And even 30 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They put Adams in motion. Stafford going to tap this one forward. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Set! 250! 53! Ready!
Williams. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Taken down behind the
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
70!
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Here we go, Jack! Ready, right?
They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And a nice job, able to dance away and get forward for a pickup of a half dozen.
A 6-yard pickup.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Dragon 60! Panther 60! Panther 60!
Shotgun snap for Wolf. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jared Verse having a lot of success here early in the season. 2 sacks in the opener, and he's got another one here. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Go!
Throwing, Ward. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to pick up a Titans 1st down on what will be a big play there for 4th and long.
Let's go now. Steady.
They'll run out of the gun with Singleton. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey.
At the 30-yard line.
60 by 60 by 6.
Now it's Ward. He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
3rd down.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third and inches.
Go. 60. Crack all 80.
Start of the 4th quarter, and it's a run by Pollard. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10
Come on,
at the
come on.
17-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. Let go.
Here's Ward. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
On the play.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Pollard will try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2.
Hiking
It's a gain
18.
of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Trap 60. Trap 60.
Play fake. Now Ward to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Taken down. Sacked back at the 5.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Alvin Ridley. Touchdown Titans. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Stay 50. Set. Number 20.
Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
18 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Stafford now on first down. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
Rams, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 4. Stafford gets this one out pitched in the court. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Stafford now on 3rd down. That's taken in by Higbee. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
At the Titans' 10-yard line.
Set.
They run over center with Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Real right. Ready. Stay 50. 180. 59. Omaha. Ready, move. 20 hot.
They'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for Rams. First down.
Set.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal.
Hey.
Now a timeout, Rams. That's number 2. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Second and goal.
Set. Blue 60.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Harrison Mevis on for the extra point.
Mevis good on the extra point. And the Rams go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Get it. Cougar 19. Scoop.
Out of the gun, Ward. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
19 Tiger. Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Nick, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensitive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll run, but he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Ready, set.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Let's go. Gotta be lying. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
One last throw here for Ward. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So it's a win for the visiting